How does precedent work in the judicial branch? Imagine a courtroom where past decisions help shape the outcome of new cases. That's how precedent functions in the judicial branch. It's a way courts keep the law consistent and fair over time. When judges face a new case, they look at previous rulings on similar issues. These earlier decisions are called precedents. They act like a guide, helping judges decide what the law says in new situations. Precedent is based on the idea of stare decisis, which means to stand by things decided. This principle makes sure courts follow earlier rulings unless there's a good reason not to. Usually, higher courts like the Supreme Court set the precedent for all lower courts to follow. When the Supreme Court rules on a case, its decision becomes binding for all courts below it. This creates a clear rule that everyone can rely on. Lower courts are expected to follow the precedent set by higher courts when they decide similar cases. They look at the reasoning and legal principles from past decisions, called ratio decidendi. Only the parts of a decision that are essential to the outcome become binding. If a case has different facts or circumstances, a court might decide that the previous precedent doesn't apply. This is called distinguishing the case. Courts can also overturn precedents if they believe the earlier decision was wrong or outdated. The Supreme Court can change its mind and overturn its own past rulings. This usually happens after careful thought, especially if society or laws have changed. When that happens, the new decision replaces the old precedent. From a liberal point of view, precedent helps protect individual rights and keeps the law stable. It prevents judges from making decisions based on personal opinions or political pressure. Instead, courts relying on past rulings to ensure fairness and consistency. It also allows the law to grow gradually, reflecting changes in society and values. Precedent guides judges in many ways. It helps interpret laws, constitutional rights, and legal principles. It makes sure similar cases are treated alike, which builds trust in the judicial system. Overall, precedent is a key part of how the judicial branch maintains order, fairness, and respect for the rule of law.